Practicing Resurrection and Experiencing Vitality is a unique partnership between Hope Partnership for Missional Transformation, which is an ecumenical national organization, and the Northwest Synod of the ELCA. And in this partnership, we work together to help create transformative leaders who can transform congregations and adapt those congregations for this new era of mission and ministry that we're a part of. And in addition to that, we hopefully will work with them to help them transform their congregations so that congregations will connect to God's mission in unique ways that are unique to and specific to the particular location that that church is located in. And it's a very exciting process. It is a process that takes place over about a 9-month period of time. It's highly engaging of individuals. We engage people in interactive workshops and all kinds of events in order to help them get and to achieve those goals. And at the end of the whole process, congregations have a plan that'll take them for the next 5 years. Congregations have a good sense of what their God is calling them to do in their particular location. And at the end, most leaders look at their role as a Christian leader in a very different way.
In the last year, a lot of churches have had to make some very big changes. So now, as we're coming out of the pandemic, churches are being transformed. How can this process help them?
Well, the pandemic made congregations adapt to new forms of ministry and new mission. If they didn't adapt, those congregations really probably failed and faltered during this period of time. And so I think we've learned a number of things by adapting our mission and ministry. And that is that by adapting and by changing things in our churches, not all of the walls are going to fall and buckle. We're going to be able to live, and we're going to be able to survive, and we're going to be able to do mission and ministry in new and creative ways that really make a difference in the world. And so what I've really been amazed at is how many congregations have really held it together during this pandemic. I don't think we're ever going to go back to having, 7 meetings a week and, talking about inane things. I think that this pandemic has really helped us see what's really essential about our faith and what's essential about the way in which we serve God. So a transactional leader is someone who does the same system over and over again and tries to keep that system operating in smooth and functional ways. They might make minor improvements, but it's basically the same system over and over and over again. A transformational leader, though, helps a church adapt to its new realities and its new future. And I think as we look at the 21st century, there's no question that all of our churches are seriously going to have to adapt if we're going to continue to be in ministry into the future.
What is happening on June 12th?
Well, June 12th is a great opportunity for pastors and for key leaders in a congregation to come together and learn about the Practicing Resurrection, Experiencing Vitality process. We're not going to, it's an interactive workshop that will be held by Zoom on conference, and people will have a chance to learn some of the terminology around what this process is really about and what it would take to engage. And hopefully a church that would attend with their key leaders would have all their questions answered about what the process is going to be like, and would have an opportunity to see what the schedule is going to be like and what it will take to be engaged in this process. But then they'll have all the information they need to make a decision so that by October, when we begin the process, they can have their team picked, they can have the right people sitting on the right seats on the bus, and we can take off in a transformative process for their congregation. Say is this is the perfect time to do this. We've just gotten out of this COVID dilemma, or hopefully we're getting out of it. And we're in a different space. People are thinking differently about our church right now. To wait any longer, our churches are going to get back to normal. We're going to get back to walking the dog in terms of what we're doing in terms of mission. We're going to just be back in our old habits. So if you want to put a bookmark or start a new chapter as a life of a congregation, then this is a great time to get engaged. I know a lot of congregations like to think that we can just put this off and we can think about doing it at other times. But if you look at any of the data out there about what congregations are facing and what congregations are dealing with, economic models are not going to work much longer. A lot of our preconceived notions about worship are not going to be working a lot longer. Many of our churches, if you look at the gray hair in those churches, you can see that things are not going to be the same as time goes on. And so this is a wonderful time for congregations to think about transforming themselves and to really taking another look at what it is we're about and what we're doing.